If you don't know this one thing, which is where you start with every single retreat, it's probably why it's not selling. It's probably why that you're talking to nobody when you're posting about your retreat on the internet. This is probably why you're struggling to see sales and you're starting to freak out because your retreat doesn't seem like anybody wants to go to it. You probably don't know the transformation. You probably don't have a retreat mission. And when I say that, this is what I mean. Retreat transformation is what they're getting out of the retreat. And no, I'm not talking about brand photos or a catamaran ride or 3 chef meals a day. I'm talking about the change that they can see in themselves, in their business, with the time that they're together with you at the retreat. Most people start with a pretty villa and completely skip over the why behind their even hosting to begin with and go straight for the fun things like design, decor, and logistics. And that's not what sells retreats. It's having a deep heart of your retreat mission. And the mission is what drives who's in the room, what the through line is, like what you're training on. It helps with literally all the messaging, all the copy, all the landing pages, all the marketing efforts, because everything goes back to why you're hosting the retreat, who it's for, the mission of the retreat, why you're hosting. Because a brand photographer could host a retreat for multiple different reasons. It could be to get you 30 days worth of content. It could get you more or new branding photos. It could be to show you how to leverage your brand photos inside of your marketing efforts to make more sales. It could be let's transform your identity from someone who isn't confident to someone who walks in a room wearing whatever she wants and knows that all eyes are on her and it doesn't freak out her nervous system. Like literally, there's so many reasons why a brand photographer might be hosting a retreat. You need to be crystal clear on which reason you are hosting that retreat, because that is the reason that goes into your messaging. That's the reason you talk to. That's the reason you tell stories around. You know the why. The who needs to be in the room becomes a lot more clear. The who that needs to find more confidence is a different who than might need like a 30-day content calendar. You know what I mean? But in general, the offer is for 2 separate people. The 30-day content calendar is probably for someone brand new. The person who needs a confidence boost is probably someone who's been in the business and just isn't seeing the results that they want, and it's because they're not confident. Knowing the mission behind the retreat drives the who is supposed to be in there. And when you know those 2 things, you have endless amounts of content and you show up more confident around talking about your retreat and your mission and the who is supposed to be there. People notice and the right ones start to come in. If they're not current and existing clients, people are going to start noticing you and wanting to get inside of the room with you when you are unshakable about what you're creating. If you're hosting a retreat in 2026, hop over Instagram, slide into my DMs, and let's chat about this strategy around who your retreat is for and the transformation you're driving, because when you become crystal clear about what you're doing, everything gets easier.